Good evening, this is Vicki Simons with TruckDriversMoneySavingTips.com. Tonight we're going to be talking about physical exercises that regional and long-haul professional truck drivers can do in the cabs of their trucks. So why is doing physical exercises, why is that going to save you time and money? Well, I don't know if you've ever seen a very overweight and unexercised professional driver in your time on the road, but they generally tend not to be in as good of a health, and they are at greater risk for health challenges and even some sorts of disease. You would like to be able to be as strong and as healthy as you possibly can on the road, and you may or may not realize it, but you can actually do a goodly number of physical exercises inside your truck. Okay, and when I say regional and long haul, I'm talking about the kinds of drivers who have a sleeper in their trucks, on their cabs. These are some of these that you can do from behind the wheel of your truck are also appropriate for your day cab drivers and those who are even in smaller trucks where the cab is quite small. Some of these exercises are designed to be done from behind the wheel of your truck. And I'm going to be referring to some of the information from the physical exercises page on our website. And I realize that this page is due for an overhaul. I was looking at it earlier and it has over 3,000 words on it. So it needs to be broken up into more appropriate sizes. But I wanted to be quite exhaustive on this page when I wrote it quite some time back. So anyway, the benefits associated with doing physical exercises include helping build and maintain healthy muscles, joints, and bones, increasing strength, stamina, and endurance, helping manage weight, boosting energy level, promoting better sleep, helping promote positive mental health, helping reduce the risk of depression, decreasing stress, improving mood and overall sense of well-being, improving resistance to infection, reducing the risk of developing heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, and reducing the risk of heart attack and stroke. So a number of health challenges and also diseases that you can have. Okay, we also have, obviously, if you are in long haul or regional work and you are required to unload or load your vehicle, that is considered exercise as well. But that's not really what I'm referring to. I mean, that obviously counts. You're going to be doing, for example, if you're going to be bending or squatting or lifting, that counts as exercise. But the types of exercise that I'm referring to are extracurricular type of exercise. All right, before you start doing any exercise, obviously you will want to wear appropriate attire, both your clothing and your shoes for each type of exercise that you undertake. Do a warm-up, pace yourself, do a cool down for each activity. Now, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but it certainly has happened to me. I had good intentions on starting an exercise program. It was a rather ambitious program. I overtaxed myself the first day, and I was so incredibly sore that it was a very long time before I ever came back to it, let's put it that way. And that's not the way you want to start out. You want to start out small and work your way up. All right, you want to also make sure that you do a variety of exercises so that you work all the major muscle groups. All right, obviously, because drivers do a great deal of sitting associated with their jobs, obviously, the sitting is one of the supposedly the worst types of postures that you can be in for your body. So as much as you could possibly move around to do that, and obviously you don't want to do your exercises while you're driving unless it's something you can do without being distracted. So there are various kinds of pieces of equipment that you can use in your truck. Obviously, you don't have to have any equipment if you are walking or let's say doing some sort of a walking type exercise like marching or even running in place in your truck. Be careful. If you are heavy, you don't want to bust out the floorboard in your truck if you're extremely heavy and if the floorboard is weak, obviously. But the thing about it is that you can have certain kinds of exercise equipment that can help assist you in being able to exercise. And among those are sets of dumbbells, kettlebells, ankle weights, wrist weights, walking poles, heart flex, and exercise bands. And I suggested that there could be, although I do not recommend it, some things that you have in your truck that you use in connection with your job that might be able to be substituted for certain kinds of exercise equipment. I do not suggest that. All I'm saying is that it's a possibility. All right, the kinds of physical exercises that you can do obviously are broken down into 3 categories: exercise in the driver's seat, exercise in your truck, and exercises outside of your truck. Today when I was doing some looking at exercise equipment for Mike and me, I came across one of the things that I wanted to have for a long time, and this is a kind of a hint, honey. I've been wanting to have an elliptical trainer, elliptical exercise equipment. He knows that. Now we've been looking on various websites and trying to track them on the basis of cost and size and how well other people like them, the reviews that have been received. And if I could put a little sidebar in here, drivers, we need to have your product and service reviews and your reviews of truck stop fuel islands, restaurants, and showers. But reviews are very important to some people because they find out whether or not, for example, a restaurant or a shower or a fuel island or some piece of equipment or a service, a product that they have purchased is worth it. Okay, I wrote out a rather extensive and very photo-filled review of a piece of equipment to help hold a laptop computer up, and we were not at all impressed. We ended up taking that thing back because we could never get it to work. It was supposed to be a universal fit, and it did not work. But anyway, that was just an example of a product review that I did on our website. So we need to have your product service reviews. But anyway, the thing about it is when you are doing excuse me, these reviews, just realize that people are going to be coming along and reading them later. But anyway, I wanted to have, I'd like to have some sort of an elliptical trainer. I happened to find a type of an elliptical machine, but it does not have the poles that you use to exercise your arms and your upper body. One of these doesn't have any sort of exercise bands or resistance cords with it at all. A website that I linked to had a list of physical exercises that a person could do in a car, and these include shoulder shrugs, glute squeezes, inner thigh strengtheners, toe raises, heel raises, bicep engagers, and abdominal squeezes, things that you can do. Also, one of the YouTube videos shows isometric exercises that can be done in a car, including pushing the steering wheel from outside, meaning in, pushing the steering wheel from inside, and pulling the bottom of the steering wheel towards you. You can do exercises while you're standing up, while you're lying down, or in a horizontal position. Okay, and do some body weight exercises. All right, let me mention the 8 great floor exercises that are mentioned also on this page, and you'll have to go to this website to find out how these are done. But the modified 100, the roll up, side lying leg slide, bridge pose, downward dog, plank, power point, and savasana, if that's how you pronounce that. I'm not sure. But anyway, the thing about it is, drivers, if you're going to be doing some lying down exercises, be careful if you're going to be doing them on top of your mattress in your sleeper berth. That may not give you the resistance or the quality of exercise you want. I don't necessarily recommend this, but it is an idea. Take whatever your bedding is off the bed, or just flip your mattress up toward the wall if you can possibly, if there's something that can hold that up, that'd be even better. But, and use the flat surface of your sleeper berth there without the mattress in place, and that might be a good place for you to be able to do some of those exercises. In fact, today I just put up a new video on the physical exercises page of our website about how to do a Hindu push-up. That's the name of the push-up, and it's a very intense push-up. So it's much more difficult than a standard push-up is, but it is something that would be able to strengthen your core, and this, it basically does everything for your body, from your hands, wrists, all the way up through your ankles and toes. If any of you end up getting one of those, a little tiny elliptical, like the Stamina elliptical machine that does not have the arm poles, but rather has the resistance cords like what we've got linked on our website right now, and you put that in your truck and you start to use it from inside your truck, I want to know how it works. If you would please do a product review of that. I'm seriously looking at getting something like that. I got a piece of equipment some time back to do like that rotation with my legs, except it doesn't have any sort of resistance bands on it, and it's not an elliptical trainer by any stretch of the imagination, but I didn't use it too much, so it's still, I think it's sitting in a closet now, but I need to get that out, and whenever I'm watching videos, it would be a good idea for me to use that. And there are other times, maybe drivers, that you could be doing exercise as well. So please remember, when you're driving, okay, don't do anything that would distract you away from driving. That is your primary job. But if you're stopped, for example, at a stoplight, or if you're parked somewhere at a customer or in a truck stop, please feel free to do some of this resistance training. And the equipment that you can buy can be very very low price, or you can substitute stuff. For example, back in 2012, my husband was injured on the job as a professional truck driver, and instead of using a weight to help him regain his mobility, he used a 15-ounce can of soup, okay, to help with that. You know, a pound was too much, and I know a pound is just a little bit over the 15 ounce, but anyway, it was much easier for him to be able to use that small can of soup for that. So that's an idea, and you can do other kinds of things in your truck as well. I'm going to ask you drivers to comment below, or to let us know through the Contact Us form on our website, TruckDriversMoneySavingTips.com, if what is your favorite physical exercise to do. At a later time in a different broadcast, we'll talk about the kinds of exercises that you can do outside your truck, and also if you wanted to try to do something brief in a shower, that might be something you can do. Have water available when you're exercising, and do take breaks from time to time. Like I said, you want to do a warm-up and pace yourself, and then a cool down. You don't just want to start and stop cold turkey like that. But I do want to encourage you to take care of your body. It's the only one that you've got, the only one you're ever going to have, and to always feel fabulous when you're driving. And until next time, my husband Mike and I wish you great wellness, purpose, abundance, and safe travels, and lots of money-saving opportunities on the road. Thanks, and have a great evening.